Mandela famously said, "Our children are the rock on which our future will be built. They are the greatest asset as a nation." It is our job to equip these young individuals with the skills and knowledge on how they can thrive. And one of the ways through expert advice on how they can plan for their financial futures is through saving. Here to chat more about this is Navin Rampasad. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Palesa. Good to be here.
Now, first and foremost, a lot of people might be wondering, saving. Why is it important for young people to save?
So, Palesa, to start with, let's acknowledge it may be difficult for our youth to save. However, if you start saving earlier rather than later, there's many advantages. So the first would be, if you start saving earlier, your money has the opportunity to grow over time and benefit from compounding. Now, compounding is simply the scenario where the interest that you earn on your savings starts to earn interest itself. So it's interest on interest. So the earlier you start saving and the longer you remain invested, the larger the benefit of compounding. In addition, savings can help you with a financial cushion in the event of an emergency, and it can also assist with long-term goals, like if you want to purchase a house, purchase a vehicle, or even start a business.
Navin, if you're anything like myself, when I started working, I felt, number one, I did not earn enough to start saving. And number two, we cannot forget about those student loans. So what happens to young individuals who are navigating that terrain, who also have the inclination to save?
Everybody is looking forward to that next increase or bonus. I would suggest instead, maybe look at adopting a budgeting approach that could work for you and your circumstances. So for example, there's an approach called the 50-30-20 approach. In terms of this approach, what it says is 50% of your income should be allocated towards needs. So this is to pay for essentials like groceries, your bond, your rent. 30% should be allocated towards wants. So that is going out with friends, hobbies, or shopping. And 20% should be allocated towards savings. However, we know everyone's circumstances are different. Some may be more debt-laden than others. So you might only be able to end up saving 5% at the end of the month. It's perfectly fine. Everything builds up over time, and the key here is consistency.
So then what are some of those investment opportunities that young people can look towards to save their money?
Palesa, I think a good starting point would be to understand your goal and your risk tolerance. So if your savings goal is short-term in nature, maybe an interest-bearing savings account may be appropriate. If your goal is longer-term, then maybe investing in a unit trust exposed to the stock market might be more appropriate. So while term is a key consideration, it is not the only consideration. And that is why we recommend that you engage with a professional financial advisor to guide you through this process. We'll take into account what your goals, your needs are, as well as your circumstances.
You know, Navin, young people in South Africa love to say, "Aglaleke mone mali," and that essentially translates as, you can't sleep when you've got money, we just want to go out and enjoy it. So how then do young people stay motivated to save?
The starting point is to start small, but to remain consistent. So even if you save a small amount every month, it adds up over time. Key is to setting clear and achievable goals. Having goals like saving towards maybe studies, a trip, or even purchasing a car will go a long way to help you keep you focused. It's important to remember to celebrate the milestones along the journey in order to keep the momentum going. Key here is patience. Remember, your future self will thank you for the efforts that you take today.
Well said, and I love the fact that you've added that emphasis on paying attention to your future self. That will thank you. Thank you so much, Navin.
Thank you, Palesa.
It's our collective responsibility to empower young individuals with the skills and knowledge they need to make it in this world. Today, ABSA is supporting the youth by providing guidance on planning for their financial futures through savings. For more tailored advice on savings, please do visit absa.co.za to find the best solutions for you.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.